Hello everyone, Canon Lowy here, back with more World of Tanks Classic in version 0.7.0, and we're going to play the tank that needs no introduction, the KV-2. Wait a minute, where's the 2? Oh yeah, back then it was only called the KV, wasn't it? And this tank is basically exactly the KV-2, except at tier 5, because that's balanced. And I wanted to start recording primarily because, look at that. How many artillery is that? 1, 2, 3. There are 8 artillery on my team. 8 artillery! Now, granted, the KV is pretty much an artillery in and of itself with, I have the classic Derp gun on there. And the Derp gun was ironically better back then, even though that it was down at tier 5 for these reasons. But, yeah, at this point, there was no limit on the amount of artillery on each team, and they were much more powerful back then. And yeah, with the KV, I don't think I'm really going to hit AT-50 yet. But imagine having that in today's World of Tanks, especially with their stun mechanics. If you're being targeted, like if you're one of the super heavies, you're gonna be permanently stunned and die an extremely painful and slow death. Now, that KV is taking fire, so I don't want to go straight up there. There's an enemy KV. Also, there are a tier 7s. One on each side. We have a Tiger versus their T-43. Haven't seen one of those in a while. And the classic KV-1S tier 6. I want to see if I can load one into this KV here, but it doesn't look like I can. Oh, there's the enemy KV-1S. So, who will win? The 122mm IS gun? Or the mighty howitzer? I don't even know where that shell went. I thought that would have at least splashed him, but nope. But that's the KV for you, and KV-2 even these days. Sometimes you just can't hit anything, but when you do, that is what makes it all work. Of course, artillery needs to steal my kill. The KV will take some victims with it. Also, the splash radius for artillery is very small in comparison to how World of Tanks is on the live server. Like, as you can see there, I'm not taking any damage from those splashes. You pretty much need to splash right next to the enemy tank to do any damage. I did play a game in the T-50, but since this is, I'm guessing they're having this server in Russia because, or at least in Europe, because my ping is pretty bad. And I don't know why, but it just feels like it's really difficult for me to hit anything. Okay, let's see how many artillery we can take with us. I mean, they still have like 5 of them. Honestly, if I was the last 2 guys on yeah, take that. On the enemy team, if I was at T-43 or KV, I would try to defend the artillery, since that is pretty much the main advantage that they have. Well, both sides have that advantage, I guess. since artillery actually have view range.
Got him!
Yeah, there we go. Finally getting some kills!
One of our tanks is gone! We can't move!
Yeah, that's old school artillery for
Tracks
you.
up! Let's roll!
They hit my track, which usually means that their damage, I think artillery damage is half, or high explosive shells I should say, are half when you hit an enemy track rather than the armor, and I still take 400 damage. Balanced! Well, actually, I like this old school of artillery better than the stunning, because I absolutely despise the stunning attacks. But at the same time, when you're a heavy tank and it deals that much damage to you, yeah, I didn't think so. Oh, of course I just had the blind fire, didn't I?
We're done for! Everyone get out!
Yeah. So when you're a heavy tank that doesn't exactly have the most armor, well, armor thickness, like even this Tiger against a tiny SU-5, he's taking tons of damage here, and when you're a heavy tank, you're just way too slow. So I mean, while you're a heavy tank, I suppose the old school artillery might be worse, but I would still prefer to take more damage rather than dealing with stunning, because stunning just, I am really curious to see where that T-43 went. But it's 5 artillery against 2 artillery in the medium tank. Who will win the artillery shotgun show? Oh, that was nice. I think the M41 back then does like 900 damage if it pens, and it had like 50, I want to say 50 something penetration. Might even be more than that. I would have to look. Oh yeah, this guy's dead. Well, unless the T-43 doesn't want to finish the job. Oh, since he fired, he shows his position. Wow, that M41 is really slow, though. See, back then, when you were in artillery, if you were in a situation where you were being rushed by enemy vehicles, like for an example, if a flank falls and you have all these medium tanks going up or light tanks going up against you, their guns were so powerful that many times you could actually defend yourself. I mean, nowadays you just can't. In World Tanks, you just don't have the damage, and also you don't really have the accuracy either. Fully aimed. So it's just, I don't know. Our artillery, I just feel like, on the live server, they've nerfed them so bad over so long, and that the majority of players, from what I can tell, really don't like them. And I just personally don't find playing artillery that enjoyable anymore. Like, it just feels like they should almost remove them at this point. What I enjoyed about artillery back then, before they were nerfed so much over time, was having those big hits where you would do half of a tank's HP or more, because I was patient and I was willing to let it aim all the way in. Like, that's what I found enjoyable from artillery, but now they don't have that. You can pretty much hit anything, even if you don't fully aim, and you don't really deal that good of damage. So there's 2 artillery left against the T-43, 2 M41s. That T-43 has been doing a nice job. 5 kills. Really loving these old sound effects, I gotta say. Oh, and also a thing about artillery is that back then they actually had view range. These days in World of Tanks, the highest view range for an artillery at tier 10 is like 310, which is like tier 1 view range. In this one, these tier 5 artillery might have like 360 meter view range, which is actually not too bad overall. So they also had that little bit more leeway in trying to defend themselves. Oh, he fires just after he turns, so he missed. Come on! Come on! Our artillery activated their camo nets. And their invisibility cloaks so they weren't spotted. Okay, so for killing 2 artillery, I was awarded for my double around 1,000 experience and 12,500 credits, and my repairs was 2,500. So not that great. I mean, the whole ridiculousness of having 8 artillery on each side and an M41 that apparently can deal 400 damage to me even in the tracks. That's just... I just can't do anything there. I just wanted to look at the exact stats of the gun before I end this here. If it decides to load back into the garage. Or not. Mighty strong KV. Biggest enemy is artillery. Well, apparently it's just going to black screen on me. So, with that, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've been enjoying this nostalgic trip of the mighty strong KV at patch 0.7.0. And have a wonderful day.